The crescendo of Championship Saturday is on deck from Chapel Hill. The biggest schools in the state vie for the biggest prize. It's the 2023 NCHSAA Basketball Championships presented by myspot.nc.gov. The 4A Men's Championship, the 2 seed from the East, the 28-2 Richmond Raiders against the top seed out of the West, the 27-4 Myers Park Mustangs. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to already an absolutely raucous Dean Dome in Chapel Hill. Patrick Kane, Jay Sohnhalter, and Jay, fans and communities have been waiting lifetimes for this moment. It's been 26 years since Richmond has played for a state championship. It's been 57 years since Myers Park has been here.
You can feel the excitement. This is a special atmosphere. We've been waiting all day for this matchup. Can't wait to see these two teams perform. And how about the years they've had? Each side steamrolled through the playoffs. Great coaches, star players. We'll see it all tonight.
All right, let's get to our West Shore home players to watch, and there's a ton of talent here in Chapel Hill tonight.
Well, let's start off from Myers Park. Sir Mohammed, one of the top juniors in the country. He does it all. Rebounding, assists, scoring, setting the pace for Myers Park. So many stars on this team. He's the catalyst. 6'6". We'll see him play point guard in the 2 guard as well. He's an outstanding defender. 4 on the other side, Richmond County, the Raiders. Paul McNeil, committed to NC State, another top junior in the country. 24 points per game. He can really be physical as well. 9 boards. He can fill it up from the outside. Score at all 3 levels. He's long, 6'7", and he's unselfish, getting his teammates involved.
All right, the keys for the game, the Ingles food for thought. Low prices, love the savings. What's central tonight?
Well, for Myers Park, they're going to face pressure tonight. They want to limit their turnovers, protect the basketball, and then defending the 3-point line for Richmond. They want to run them off the 3-point shot. For Richmond, rebounding. They've got to be physical and crash the boards, and then perimeter shooting. They were on fire last week against Holly Springs. They need to keep up with that shooting efficiency and really take good shots tonight.
If you want to have fun tonight, spend the next 2 hours with us. State Players of the Year, top 100 national recruits, sons of NBA champions here tonight for the 4A State Championship. Myers Park, Richmond, next. Top seed out of the West, Myers Park. Under 7th-year head coach Scott Taylor, 11-14 in his first year. He now has navigated Myers Park to the state title for the first time since 1966. On the other side, Donald Pettigrew played in this building back-to-back years for a state title. He told me before the game he has not been back in the building since 1977. Here we go. It is electric inside the Dean Smith Center. Richmond in the white, Myers Parker in the green, and here we go. Basically, all of the seats in the lower bowl are taken. No seats allowed to be taken up top, so we have about 10,000 people here. Turnover, Myers Park, Bishop Boswell drives to the hole and gives the Mustangs the lead. First championship bucket for Myers Park since 1966.
We're going to see pressure from Myers Park tonight and for Richmond with this starting lineup. A very athletic group led by Cole and McNeil.
That shot blocked away by A.J. White. That is brought to you by myspot.nc.gov. Take control. Update your COVID-19 protection. This is going to be one of the highest level basketball games for a state title that you will see nationwide tonight. Bullet pass zings down low and a foul on the interior on Richmond.
From Myers Park, college prospects all throughout that starting lineup. Veteran leadership, young talent, they've got it all. And a good start here on the offensive end.
And what's interesting, when you compare these teams, as Boswell heads to the foul line, they've actually played this year. Back November the 22nd, Richmond was bombed by Myers Park, 78-37 by Scott Taylor's crew. But a big caveat, Paul McNeil, the NC State commit, was not yet officially back on this Richmond team. He had gone out to a prep school out in California, returned, re-enrolled with Richmond, the team with which he played last year. So he watched that game from the sidelines. This is McNeil. I don't think they'll lose by 41 tonight.
A different atmosphere and for McNeil going against Mohammed, two of the top juniors in the country. That's one to watch. Nice take from McNeil with the mid-range jumper.
4-2 lead. This is Boswell. Delivers to the inside. Another whistle, and it's a travel.
Part of the game plan for Myers Park is to get the ball into Strong. With his height and power inside, they feel like they have the advantage. But this is an aggressive group for the Raiders. They'll front him, double down on him, really try to create havoc in the paint.
Dakota Chavis, basketball in his hands. Looks to reverse the basketball and does so to Julian Cole. One of the outstanding supplemental pieces offensively that might have gotten deflected out of his hand, but he follows it, knifes through, hands it all for the putback short by Baldwin. And Myers Park loves to run. Here's Boswell hitting Walters. Hesitation. Pitches right in front of the rim, and A.J. White the bucket.
And there's so much balance with Myers Park. Very unselfish. Good job pushing the pace. And the entry pass over to White with the finish.
Davis gonna look for a seam to penetrate. Can't do it. This is Paul McNeil. He will shoot over the defender and knock it down right over Muhammad. 6'4".
And he has unlimited range. So smooth. He knows when to pick his spots. He's got point guard skills in that 6'7" frame. What a play.
Three-pointer brought to you by West Shore Home. Deep inside position and a bucket by Elijah Strong.
And that's where the mismatch is. Getting him the ball on the block and letting him go to work.
This is McNeil, quick crossover, fires another three, knocked to the floor, nearly banked it in. Strong the rebound. Five Mustangs. The flip to Boswell. The kick to the sideline and Waters. Muhammad down the lane. That nail. And so Muhammad shoots free throws for Myers Park.
Well, he's got body control. He knows when to pick his spots. Right there, pick and roll. Muhammad sees the paint open up, and he takes it to drive and find the contact.
Foul on Julian Cole of Richmond. Muhammad, after relacing his sneaker at the end of that play, kind of waited. Hey, somebody going to help me to my feet here. Naz Muhammad, NBA champion with the San Antonio Spurs, two-time national champion at Kentucky. 6'6" junior Muhammad.
He's got 22 offers before the ball game. College coaches everywhere filling press row here tonight, coming to see all the prospects in this game.
It is a who's who here at the Deanville. Both free throws made by Muhammad. 10-5, Myers Park. Paul McNeil has all five for the Raiders. Javarian Wall on the floor, number 15. Hard take, left-handed layup. No, there's the putback. McNeil anticipated the miss, was in perfect position to tap it home.
Now, crashing the boards, following your shot, so important. McNeil has the field, the knack, and cleans it up.
Muhammad looks to the inside. Jumps it to Walters. Wide open three, in and out. And Javion Drake the rebound for Richmond.
Well, heck of a job. Zion Baldwin fronting Strong, denying the entry pass.
Javion Drake hits a big shots in the regional final last week. Walters cleans up the miss. Hard attack. Oh, a little stumble. That might be an injury. Oh, that looks like it could be a serious one here for Myers Park. Down is Muhammad. He was clutching the Achilles or the ankle and went down awkwardly. Athletic training staff almost on the floor, but they're getting a thumbs up from A.J. White saying, hey, coach, he's all right. And he is up. And boy, that's a huge sigh of relief for everybody in the building.
Well, he waved him off. We'll see another take. 6'6", back control, and you can see that foot just buckle.
Stepped on the left toe of Javion Drake. Watch him on number 3. Right there.
That left foot, the ankle.
He's still feeling it. It's barking at him. So at the Hardy's free throw line, Sir Muhammad. Hardy's Home of the made-from-scratch biscuits and charbroiled 100% black Angus beef thick burgers. Feed you're happy. Davis back on the floor for the Raiders. DeAndre checks out. Myers Park 27-4. South makes 7, misses the free throw. He goes down hard again, but saves it to his teammate. And here's Boswell. Back out to Muhammad. Into the corner, Walters. Going hard underneath, shot blocked away by McNeil, but a foul. McNeil gave it the lower body. And so, first on McNeil.
McNeil down on the baseline, eyeing this up. Walters has an opening down there, goes up strong. Gets the contact.
Sam Walters, kind of the glue guy for the Myers Park squad. He's at the line, 6'3" senior. First point for Walters.
He's headed to Florida Southern. He does all the little things. Really good on the defensive end as well. 6'3", strong athlete.
11-7, first quarter lead for Myers Park. There's a little bit of a Larry Bird look about him, doesn't he?
Same number, 33.
2. And here is McNeil, rising, challenge jumper, and he got fouled. Again, it's so definitely loud in here, you can't hear the whistle. But Steve Schwartz called it. It'll be a foul on Muhammad, a 2-shot foul for McNeil when we come back. We are underway for the men's 4A basketball championships, a rematch from earlier in the year. Myers Park up 4 on Richmond. Mustangs out to a 4-point lead on Richmond, 11-7. It was a big hurdle to climb last week for Myers Park to reach their first state championship since 1966, knocking off North Mecklenburg 72-51, the team that knocked them out in the 4th round last year, but they were able to bottle up one of the state's best.
Yeah, Isaiah Evans, 5-star, has an offer from Duke. They slowed him down, and they just really took control of that ball game. A huge victory with momentum coming into this ball game, and what an impressive way to get to the Dean Doman for Richmond. We were there for the Holly Springs ball game. What they were able to do, shooting the basketball on the defensive end, creating pressure, so impressive.
And again, for the fans who say, well, Myers Park beat this team by 40+ back in November, how much of a difference can Paul McNeil make? It's not just about what McNeil can do as far as scoring to shrink the gap. It's the rotations. It's his presence on the floor. It's his defense. Will it be enough? We'll see. He has scored all of the points so far for Richmond at the line for 2.
Well, he raises the level of play for his teammates. And Scott Taylor locked in, focused. But McNeil's come out here, been aggressive, looking for a shot.
And Kevin Keats is in the building here at UNC as McNeil misfires on them both. Bishop Boswell, number 3, a top 100 national recruit, off the left leg, shot blocked out of the hand by Javarian Wall. We saw that a lot last week from Richmond. And here's Wall with some space. And Myers spreads out the floor defensively, a lot of contact there. The help defender, Santana Lynch, knocked him off his moorings. And the foul goes on Lynch. And Lynch is just an absolute stud of a shooter, almost 50% from the 3-point line, and Lynch collects the foul.
Really good length as well on the defensive end.
McNeil facing up, working against Boswell. Kick into the corner, Julian Cole lost the defender. Oh, an impossible pass to handle right there. Cole threw it right through the legs of his teammate Zeinbold.
Well, when you get into the paint area with the height of Myers Park, you just have to go up with that and shoot it.
Mustangs by 4. Elijah Strong over 1,200 career points, number 31 for the Mustangs. Their kick out. Here is Lynch, the sharpshooter. Releasing. Chavis beats everybody down the floor. And Richmond within 2.
And that's how quick Richmond can attack. They get the board immediately. They're sprinting towards the opposite side.
Muhammad, meanwhile, on the floor for the Mustangs. Ankle looks fine. Ball's in his hands now. Reversal to Boswell. Strong big spin with the left hand, left it short. McNeil leads the break without numbers, but sometimes that doesn't matter. Hits Wall out of the corner. Open for 3. Strong the board. I mean, I'm on the edge of my seat. We're still in the first quarter here. And there's a sideline violation on Boswell. I believe he stepped on the line right in front of the Richmond bench. Here's our first North Carolina Department of Public Safety fast break.
They get the board immediately. McNeil, no hesitation at all. Chavis is sprinting. They take advantage of the opportunity with the transition defense, not able to get back.
This is Wall, ball fake, lost the handle, taken away by Muhammad. Third turnover by Richmond. Open in the corner, the three, in and out from A.J. White. And that goes through the fingertips, but it was deflected through the hands of Cole. Stays with Richmond.
Yeah, nice effort from White just to hit that ball when it deflects off of Cole. And Donald Pettigrew's team playing with a lot of intensity.
I went over there and chatted with him as the three is blocked out of the corner by A.J. White. And here come the Mustangs. Muhammad, hesitation, left open. And that's one down. The defender kind of fell off right there. They thought they had him controlled. He's going to make a pass. He did not.
He makes it look easy with his decision-making, the body control. He knows when to push it and when to pull it back out there. Mid-range jumper.
They're being physical with McNeil on the perimeter. Boswell right in his jersey.
Bodying him up, extending the pressure.
Contact again. Baldwin turns the corner and travel.
And they're trying to force the ball out of McNeil's hands. Let somebody else beat us. But right now, this man-to-man defense, they're really turning up the pressure.
Here's Donald Pettigrew, his sixth year for Richmond. I went over and chatted with him, no kidding, about 9 minutes before tip-off. Cool as a cucumber. He has 20 family members here, his cousins, his sisters, his kids, all in a section right behind us, opposite their bench. Skip to White, throws a dart out front to Boswell, hands it off, and a tie-up. Arrow will keep it with Myers Park.
Well, excellent
interior defense there by Richmond.
Yeah, outstanding passing, but the ability for Richmond to recover. Boswell just breaks down the defense, dishes it off to Strong, and then here's the recovery. Double team, get the tie-up.
I mean, who forced the tie-up, McNeil or Baldwin? They both had a hand on it. Left-handed shot in close is missed by Strong. Another run out. Here it comes to McNeil. And into the sideline, ball knocked into the sideline, and the turnover forced by Richmond. Julian Cole. Cole, who did not make his 8th grade basketball team, is now kind of the next in line here for Richmond. Going after the loose ball to deflect it off with the body of Muhammad.
He's a college prospect, averaging 18 points per game. He's that number 2 scoring option.
Block shot by Lynch. Myers Park, 40 seconds left, up 2. Muhammad, bounce pass, power dribble, and the bucket by Elijah Strong. He'll head to the line.
With vision, driving, bring up the defender, and dishing off the pace. There it is, double team, and then off to Strong. Let the big man go to work.
Jay, that is foul number 2 on Paul McNeil.
He's got to stay out of it. I think, in this situation, maybe you give him a break. But
he's looking over his shoulder at his coach right now. Am I staying in or coming out? I think he's coming out.
They may give him a break here going into the second quarter, but I don't think we're going to see him sitting for long.
So Jaden Hamilton is in. He stays in because Hamilton's coming in for Wall instead. It's good lobbying by Paul McNeil. He'd be effective in D.C. So here's Elijah Strong, 6'8" senior, who said in his freshman campaign, if you had asked him if his Myers Park team would ever play for a state championship, he'd say no way. But every year of Strong's career, Myers Park kept adding a 4-star player. Turnover. Boswell races ahead, hangs on the rim for authority, and jams it in to give Myers Park a 6-point lead.
He can rise up and goes over on the defensive end, guarding McNeil. Big challenge tonight, and he's up to it.
Inside 10 seconds. Pass to the corner. Chavis for 3. Got it. Time for one last heave. Boswell. Did you expect anything less entertaining than what we saw for the first 8 minutes? 17-14, Myers Park leading Richmond. We're done with only one quarter for the 4A championship. All right, Jay, U.S. Army first quarter stats. What stick out?
Yeah, so far pretty even. I think for Richmond, though, they've excelled at the fast break opportunities. Myers Park has to limit those. But also for Richmond, you cannot allow Muhammad to get into the paint area, drive and dish. You've got to stop him for somebody else.
Be all you can be in the U.S. Army. GoArmy.com. Riddle and Brantley points in the paint. Slight edge from Myers Park. Is that expected?
Yeah, I mean, with Elijah Strong inside, you've got the height advantage and also their penetration ability. Pretty good on the other side. McNeil getting into the paint and those putbacks off the offensive glass.
One thing to be mindful of, first meeting back in November between these teams, which was a 41-point Myers Park win. Richmond committed 23 turnovers, and there's one right on cue. They had 5 in the opening quarter. The takeaway by Myers Park. Boswell hitting Muhammad for 3. McNeil 9 points in the opening quarter. Oh, rimming off. A very contested three-pointer by Bishop Boswell. A little snakebite foul. Will send McNeil to the line for 3.
And Boswell playing really good defense. He's physical. You got to move his feet all over McNeil. Just the late contact. McNeil, he's fought through double teams his whole career. Right now, singled up, battling to get that shot off.
He's missed all 3 free throws so far. Kevin Keats, his future head coach for the NC State Wolfpack, is at the end of the media desk to our left. I kept giving Coach Keats bags of chips to give him something to munch on during the game. Here he's like, I don't know where to go to watch this game. As McNeil makes the middle of 3. There he is right there, taking some notes.
From enemy territory.
He's sitting
here.
right next to Q Tucker's mom. That's Q Tucker, the commissioner's mom, to Keats' right. And McNeil makes 2 of 3. 20-16, Myers Park. What an atmosphere.
It's special for the players playing so hard. There's intensity. This is a different feel for this game.
Sir Muhammad plays to the high post and Strong. A.J. White, another 4-star on this roster. This is Boswell. Let's go a 3. And the Mustangs beginning to get a hot from the perimeter.
I like the movement without the ball, the picks. There's Boswell setting up Strong, and then he rolled out for a wide open 3-point look.
West Shore home 3. America's most admired homer in modeling brand. Batted pass over the Myers Park bench thanks to Sir Muhammad. Stays with Richmond. And then Scott Taylor, 11-14 in his very first year as the head coach for Myers Park. 27-4, unbeaten in the South Mex 7.
The schedule they face this year, some of the top teams in the country.
Huge spin by Chavis, way off the bucket. I mean, that was Nintendo-esque by number 5. I'm dizzy just watching that quick move.
He's got balance. Look at this right there. Changing up his momentum, then takes the contact from Strong.
I mean, you're doing that against potentially future NBA guy, Sir Muhammad. So Dakota Chavis, senior at the line for 2.
Right, and you look at this ball game, and it's not out of the question. We talk about college, but there really are NBA potential talents on this floor tonight.
Yeah, we have called a lot of 4A state championship games. We have not called many with higher levels of talent across the board between the 2 teams than this one.
This is different. I mean, the talent, the skill, it's all there.
Strong harass right at midcourt. White recollects. Dribble drive Boswell. Hits Strong. Floater inside the elbow. No. And Paul McNeil the rebound. Tavion Drake back on the floor. He has 2 fouls. McNeil also has 2 for Richmond. That pass again tipped out. How many times we've seen that from Myers Park's defense on the perimeter? out by Boswell.
Elijah Strong was guarding J.V. Drake, the point guard. The big man, 6'8", going against 5'11". This is a deep group for Myers Park. Scott Taylor going to his bench, rotating guys to keep him fresh.
So Richmond will throw in. Down by 5. Raiders have not led in this contest. Chavis gets the handoff, leans into defender Walters, shoots off one leg, missed it. Offensive board, Baldwin, big bucket.
And that's just effort and want to. Down low, Baldwin battling for that board.
He's not a big scorer for the Raiders, but he'll do a lot of those things to help win games. Muhammad strips, and a reach in perhaps on Cole. That's who it is. And that's a third starter now for Richmond with 2 fouls.
Second best player. Feels like he's got all ball on the trap. Doesn't get the call.
16 foul on Richmond. Last non-shooting of the half. Boswell will take a screen from Strong, and Strong has kind of got stretched out almost like a Gumby doll making that screen.
Baldwin and Strong were going at it. And those two fighting for position. Now Strong's going to get the call, but you admire the effort over on the other side from Baldwin, trying to deny him the ball, front him, and just being physical.
There's the protest from Donald Pettigrew. Down to the NC 529 free throw line. Never too early or too late to start saving for education. Here's Elijah Strong, 6'8" senior, just decommitted from Wofford. And there's his second point of the game. A reminder, stay tuned. The United Health Center's halftime report on the way. Q Tucker, the commissioner, will join us. Highlights and more. United Health Center's building healthier communities. And Strong books a pair. 25-20, Myers Park. Davion Drake the drive, left it a little bit short off glass, and a foul on Myers Park. Baldwin was trying to kind of angle in for the offensive rebound. Elijah Strong caught him. And right there, it's aggressive. First foul on Strong. Lob it into McNeil. He's been quiet the last couple of minutes. Fall away. No good. Strong elevating high for the board. Boswell. Across the lane. Bad decision to take away by Cole. Trying to split a couple of defenders. Goes behind the back and then lost it out of bounds. Looked like he had a straight line to the front of the rim. Got a little too crafty on the approach.
They need Cole to really come on scoring here. He averages 18 a game. Hasn't really had any good looks yet, but they've got to get him going.
And Cole has not scored. Muhammad. Boswell weaving. There's the jump stop. Hard bank shot good from Bishop Boswell. He has 11 to lead everybody.
And the defensive end matched up with McNeil. Those two are on the three-point line going at it.
And again, touching the biggest lead of the game for Myers Park at 7. Glance over the shoulder by Chavis and his head coach. What's the new play call here? Screen from Baldwin. Chavis for 3. That was deflected by Strong. Muhammad shoves off on Cole. Slides a bounce pass to Strong. Can't get that one to go. Tipped away. Richmond ball. Cole attacking on Muhammad, and that too blocked out of bounds. Tipped passes, blocked perimeter shots, blocked interior shots. The Myers Park defense showing up tonight for a 4A state title and a 7-point lead for the Mustangs. A reminder coming up toward the end of the game to talk it out. NC play of the game. Start the conversation. Reduce underage drinking. We'll also have the player of the game, presented by myspot.nc.gov. Take control, update your COVID-19 protection. Well, you look at what Myers Park has done on the defensive side so far, Jay. 5 blocked shots, 4 steals. They're getting in the passing lane. They're disrupting rim attacks and really doing a nice job defensively to limit this Richmond team to 20 points through almost the first half.
Yeah, and McNeil's gotten points. I mean, 10 points on the night, but Bishop Boswell's been physical with him, making him work. Created 7 turnovers. And over on the other side for Richmond here, they've got to get that number 2 and number 3 score. Myers Park, though, only 4 turnovers. They protected the basketball, limited their mistakes.
So out of the timeout, Richmond basketball. Raiders in the home white uniforms as the 2 seed out of the East. Dylan Lampley is on the floor for Richmond for the first time. It's in his hands here. Wearing the sport goggles in 25. This is Wall, the kick to the corner. Extra pass, Cole. Out to McNeil for 3. That's how you do it. That's exactly what Donald Pettigrew wants to see.
And looking for the best shot and finding it with your best player.
A 3-pointer sponsored by West Shore Home, America's most admired home remodeling brand. 27-23. There's no equalizer there for Muhammad, but an offensive rebound by Domingo. Muhammad again with the left and some spin. Massey's at home.
So smooth. Just the feel, knowing when to attack, and just glides through the air.
29-23. McNeil got hung up in the air. He wasn't sure where that pass was going. Wall against Walters. Drifting to the corner. McNeil, a little crease. Jumps one out. Baldwin. Now Cole. Another deflected pass out of bounds. That one by Muhammad. They are not making any pass routine or simple.
This pressure from Myers Park. I mean, getting their arms in passing lanes, and they've been physical. I mean, they're putting their bodies, making contact on Richmond.
Here's Lampley. We didn't see him at all last week. He lost the handle. They play it ahead. Boswell to the hole. 8-point lead, biggest of the night for the Mustangs.
Boswell sprints forward, but has the ability to stop on a dime, finish. And now they're really rolling, getting out on the run.
Closing in on 2 minutes for the half. And again, a travel. We've seen that a couple of times tonight from Richmond. They're getting in the air, not really knowing exactly where the passing lane is, and fearing a deflection or a steal.
Yeah, they've been out of sync. And these turnovers, producing points. Boswell quickly up the court, turns it into 2.
NCDPS fast break. Be a champion for victims. Myers Park looking awfully comfortable so far. Up 8. 2 minutes left, first half. Boswell lets it go. And Donald Pettigrew may need a timeout here. 11-point deficit facing the Raiders.
And you got to contest the shooter. Boswell, plenty of time to eye that one down.
And now McNeil against Boswell, a lot of contact. But Boswell, I mean, he's inches away from McNeil defensively. Hands up, forcing a hurried jumper off of the heel. Battle for the board, won by Myers Park. Tipped ahead. Lynch. Muhammad, fall away. Offensive rebound. Great save to Lynch in the corner. And that's going to be crashing the glass, Sam Walters. But right now, Myers Park is doing everything defensively they want. Offensively, they're getting the shots they want. Richmond is not, and they're on their heels.
And they've got to find a way to break down this defense. And right now, it's the hesitation. It's trying to find McNeil. You've got to have somebody else step up, break it down, take it all the way to the hole. You've got to hit some shots, gain some momentum going into the halftime break.
Javion Drake back on the floor for Richmond with his 2 fouls. He has not scored. Julian Cole has not scored. Those are the next 2 top scorers on this Richmond team. It's been Paul McNeil or bust right now for Richmond's offense. Chavis. I mean, again, another 4th shot. Myers Park will let them take those shots all game. I mean, when was the last truly uncontested shot that Richmond has? That's blocked away, and a takeaway by Elijah Strong.
Really, the best shots Richmond has had has been on the fast break. They don't want to be in a ball game where it's a half-court situation. They need to turn this into a track meet and play with that speed and get good looks.
Oh, there's an unnecessary overplay by Jamarian Wall when you are in the penalty. And what the hands on the hips of Donald Pettigrew saying, what are you doing here? Why closing so hard right there? I understand you're trying to make something happen. Not the right time. And meanwhile, Camille Domingo, I don't think checked in properly. Now he will for Myers Park. So free throws coming up for Santana Lynch, 6'4" junior. But I mean, the only possession I can recall, especially in this quarter for Richmond, was they made some passes left side, they reversed it, the kick out from inside, outside, to an open Paul McNeil for a three. But outside of that, it's been really challenging.
And they made some tough shots as well. I mean, this defense for Myers Park, swarming, they're hustling, playing with intensity.
Free throw knocked down by Lynch. United Health Center's halftime report on the way. Q Tucker, the commissioner, joins us. United Health Center's building healthier communities. Myers Park 36, Richmond 23. And it's making Paul McNeil work so hard to get inside. And a foul on Myers Park.
He really is amazing. All 5 defenders have an eye on him, and he's still able to crossover dribble, just maneuvering into the paint, body control, athleticism, really just taking over, and his team needs him to do that.
This is a 13-3 run over the last 5 minutes for Myers Park. Let's see if 5:29 free throw from McNeil is good. One more coming. So 15 points in this first half for Paul McNeil. Walters in. And again, Richmond, 3 starters with 2 fouls. McNeil, Drake, Cole. So one more for McNeil. 36-25 Myers Park. 24 seconds left in the half. And it's a full court man-to-man applied by the Raiders. Trap coming on Boswell. That's coming right to me. Nice leaping catch made by Lynch, but he stepped on the sideline.
Lynch saved you there, Patrick.
Well, one of the NBA scouts to my left said, I had you, but no, I had that. He doesn't know my hands.
Yeah.
Appreciate the sport.
You're ready to snatch it.
Richmond ball trying to string back-to-back possessions together and get this inside double digits.
This is one-on-one here. The ball's in McNeil's hands. He's going to take it.
He's going against Boswell. 8 seconds left. Taps the gas. Now he'll have to give it up. Chavis with 3. Darting through. Makes a pass. Fumble out of bounds. And a lost opportunity for Richmond.
Wow, you thought they may get that shot up.
2/10 of a second. So this is just going to be a tip of the rib if they can get it there. Shoulder slump by Chavis. He knows they really don't have much of a chance here. No shot. It won't count. And that's it for the first half. Well, Myers Park shooting 50% in this 4A state championship through the first half. A double-digit lead for the top seed from the West. Trying to claim their first ever state championship. Myers Park 36, Richmond 25. Halftime on the way.
You're watching the United Health Center's halftime report. High-quality health care regardless of insurance status.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Nelson Weston. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the state championship high school basketball games. Who better to join us than our longstanding good friend from Ingalls Markets, Melissa Lovell. Melissa, always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
I'm so happy to be here with you. It's championship day.
It's championship day indeed. And speaking of which now, Ingalls Markets, y'all provided robust community support, not just for right now, but also for a long, long time now. What inspires y'all to want to frequently get back to high school athletics?
Well, this is our community, and these students are our children and the children of our shoppers, and we do this in a community sense for everything. So we live, work, and shop in these same communities where our stores are. So we're really enriching our whole community by being part of all the things that matter to the families that shop with us.
That is terrific work indeed. And speaking of the community and the students, you guys are also famous for y'all's remarkable Tools for Schools program. What is that program all about? And furthermore, how can the good folks at home get started with it today?
Well, the program is designed to help teachers, classrooms, students, and principals get school supplies in the classroom to the students and not have to take that money out of their own pocket and bring those to the school. Easy as pie to get in. Go get your Ingalls Advantage card, link it to the school of your choice. Every time you shop, you're helping that school.
Speaking of pie, you know, I'm getting hungry as we speak. Today is game day. What are some of those delicious food items we can pick up from the Ingalls Deli today?
Oh, right. Well, first roll in and get your fuel so you're on your way to the game, and then get a sub and some fried chicken. Eat on your way.
Sounds delicious indeed. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. All right, folks, time to get back to the game. We'll see you soon.
You're watching the United Health Center's halftime report. High quality health care regardless of insurance status.
Here with North Carolina High School Athletic Association Commissioner Q. Tucker. Commissioner Tucker, state championship weekend is always exciting.
Yes, it is a big week for us. It's one of those weeks we look forward to every year about this time, and it's hard to believe that we are sitting on the edge of crowning state champions.
What goes into the preparation for such a large state championship?
The closer we get to seeing who the actual participants are, then we start to look at the times and start to look at ticket allocations and how all of that works, especially now that we're into this age of digital ticketing, just making sure that all the schools know how to inform their participants, et cetera.
We've seen headlines this year indicating numerous behavior issues across the state. How have you addressed those concerns?
I don't anticipate that we'll see that this weekend, because this is like the cherry on top of the basketball season. And so everyone really should be about playing at their best level. And then what we want the spectators to do, because that seems to be where the issues have arisen this year, spectators feeling as though that ticket I bought gives me the right to just do anything I want to in the stands or in the bleachers, or say whatever I want to. So we'll have messages that announcements that will be made on Saturday to try to address some of that and hopefully stem that kind of behavior that could occur.
What are the ongoing challenges facing the association?
Jane, we still deal with this whole issue of declining numbers in officiating. We had a committee last summer who studied the situation here in North Carolina, and one of the things that came out of the board meeting was to give a pay increase across the board to all officials. So as we address that, we're trying to do creative things. One of the things that we do is that any new official who says, hey, I want to join the officiating ranks, then we waive some of those registration fees. We're looking at trying to come up with an opportunity for our officials to perhaps get some grant monies to be able to help, let's say, in terms of educational development. We try to address health and safety, mental health issues. All of those are on the table. So we have just a myriad of opportunities, I'll say, to make a difference in the lives of all of the students who participate in our program. And we think education-based athletics is still the best thing going. It's the best dropout prevention program there is. And we just continue to dig our heels in and try to do everything we can.
We appreciate your time, Commissioner Tucker, and thank you for everything you do for high school sports.
Welcome back inside the Dean Dome in Chapel Hill. 4A Men's Basketball Championship. 36-28 is the score on your screen. It was 36-25 when we went to break. We're endeavoring to find out what the issue was to add 3 points to Richmond City. We'll put our experts on that. Patrick and Jason Halter back with you. We get some first half highlights for what is just a loaded 4A state championship game.
Well, it's been a fun start to this ball game. Sir Muhammad was able to penetrate, break down the defense, really get everybody involved. And Bishop Oswald, 16 points to begin this ball game. Really good scoring depth for the Mustangs. Everybody getting involved, and they're shooting the ball with efficiency from the outside. Then they use fast break opportunities to really go on runs.
And they have made life very challenging on the Richmond Raiders. throughout the first half. Paul McNeil's had a nice half, 6 of 9 for 18 points, but a lot of deflections and steals for the Mustang defense.
And they've been throwing different defenders at him, forcing him to shoot over the top. But Richmond was at the best when they're playing up-tempo, getting out on the run, using their athleticism. And they've got to find a way to turn those rebounds into fast break opportunities. Ball movement, getting others involved, but McNeil really looked good in the first.
Yeah, they had a couple of three-pointers, shot 7 free throws. Now the first half stats here, Jay, 50% shooting Myers Park. They've turned Richmond over 9 times.
Yeah, and really from the outside, very efficient. Getting to the free throw line, 13 attempts, and then only 5 turnovers. If you protect the basketball, they feel very good about the outcome here to finish off this game.
First half stats brought to you by the United States Army. Be all you can be in the U.S. Army. GoArmy.com for details. Second half of the 4A state championship on the way. Myers Park in front. Back inside the Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill, ready for the second half. Myers Park and Richmond senior. Patrick State Sohnholzer with you. First things first, as we go to our Riddle and Brantley points in the paint, 16-10 in favor of Myers Park. Does that surprise you?
Well, no. I mean, Myers Park looking for paint touches and also fast break opportunities. Right now, getting to the rim, they've really emphasized that, and they've been doing that at a high level.
Injured in an accident, call Riddle and Brantley when justice counts. By the way, that's 9-year-old Camden Moore. He's been here all day. He's been collecting all the basketballs before game, halftime, after the game, running stats across court to us. He's been here all day. We just want to make sure we saluted 9-year-old Camden Moore here for working. He's making $150. No, he's not. I don't know what's going on. He's getting Chick-fil-A, I think. But thank you, Camden, for racing the stats over here. Other point of contention. The scoreboard here inside the Dean Dome showed 36-28. As halftime was going on, the scoreboard operator inadvertently added 3 points to the Richmond total. The referee, Stephen Schwartz, went over there to find out what the deal was. The points have been redacted, and the current score is the correct score, 36-25. Underway, third quarter. I got to keep an eye on everything here.
Myers head on a swivel.
Sleep well tonight. Bishop Boswell. He's had a big first half. Kicks at the corner. Mohammed short on a 3. Nice rebound there by Julian Cole.
For Richmond, I think the first 3 minutes here, really important to gain some momentum back and confidence.
This is Javion Drake with a couple of fouls. Skips it to Chavis. Jumps one out. Open look for Drake. Offensive rebound. Battle for strong. Got in there with Tyon Baldwin. But I tell you what, from Richmond's perspective, for Donald Pettigrew, those are the type of clean looks they've very rarely gotten today, but they will need to come back in this game.
And they've got to hit those, and they need to give their fans, they're on the edge of their seats. They're waiting to really push their team over the top here, but they've got to make some plays, create a spark.
Yeah, you're right. The Richmond fans, not that Myers Park fans are, but they are a huge sixth man for this Raider squad. And that rebound tipped out. It will stay with the Raiders. Boswell, 16 points for Myers Park in the first half. McNeil also 16. And there's McNeil, +1.
A lot of contact down low. Now Boswell was bodying up McNeil, and really McNeil was pushing him. They didn't call it initially, and then McNeil, watch this. There's the entry pass. It was McNeil that was kind of shoving his way to get position. Boswell questioning the call.
That's number 3 on Bishop Boswell. Could be important down the stretch. 3-point play, McNeil. 19 for the game, and Richmond with an 8.
Here's some pressure.
And Jay, that pass is coming to you. Turnover, Myers Park. That will help the Raider cause.
And that's what they've got to do. Change up some looks. Scott Taylor looking on, and his team really efficient in that first half. You see the tables flying everywhere here.
And by the way, the guy whose drink got knocked over and computer almost got knocked over isn't there. He isn't back in his seat yet. He has no idea.
He had no clue
how
what
close
happened.
that laptop was to its demise.
To its ending.
Cole across the lane. Jumps one to the corner. Baldwin resets. There's McNeil. Thought about the 3. Now he will challenge 3. No foul. Blocked up his hand by A.J. White. Here comes Boswell, downhill, flips it back, Walters for 3. And that rebound right off of Cole's hands, got it back. And McNeil outlets it ahead. Baldwin. Cole from the corner. Offensive rebound and the step back by Baldwin. Cue the Raider crowd.
And that's Richmond's game. Push the pace, shoot it. If you don't make it, everybody attack the glass.
36-30. Myers Park has not scored yet in this second half until now. Strong got accidentally tripped as he made the shot. And after the bucket, Scott Taylor calls timeout.
I love this timeout. Scott Taylor brings his team over to the sideline here because this is a different look that Richmond's throwing at his team. Zone trapping press. And here they break it. Strong. Nice job moving the ball up, mid-range jumper. But you get the 8-point lead. Bring your team over, kind of go over, hey, this is what we're going to see here. And Donald Pettigrew and his team, they've come out of the halftime break with some energy.
I still can't get over the fact that Donald Pettigrew told me before the game he has not set foot back inside this building since 1997 when he was a player for Richmond and they got beat in the state title game by Independence. Holding a long grudge, right?
Both these coaches, two of the best in the state, great guys, love their team, and they know how to develop talent. What years they've had.
You know, Myers Park has only played for a state title twice, both in the decade of the 1960s.
An adjustment now. Boswell 3 fouls. He's on Chavis, off of McNeil. AJ White on McNeil.
Here's Drake, scoops it too strong. Boswell the board. Looking down the floor, has Strong kind of behind the defense. Chavis holds him back. Here is Strong, angles, and misses. And a foul will send him to the free throw line.
And Boswell brings the ball up the court flying, but has the awareness, the body control to pull up. Watch him here. He could have taken this all the way, but with 3 fouls, he knows, hey, I'm going to stop here, dish it off to my teammate, and let him try to finish.
So here is Elijah Strong. 20-point-a-game guy from the NCAA 529 foul line. It's 7 now for Strong tonight.
He's got offers from George Mason, Duquesne, others coming in after the decommitment. He's going to have more looks rolling in.
1 and 2 for Strong. Rebound Cole. 29-30 Myers Park. Crossover down the lane against Walters. Leaves it short. Joust for the rebound. Cole has it back. McNeil, big 3, short. 3 on 2 for Myers Park. Boswell kind of just definitely backed into the corner. Looked like he was ready to launch a 3.
Yeah, and AJ White down in the post wanted the ball. He wanted the re-entry to him.
Clearing some space. Muhammad, Strong, short jumper. Too easy.
That's there all day. Nice roll.
41-30. Mustangs by 11. So they had withstood the first punch by the Raiders in the second half. 3-pointer missed by Cole. The Mustangs again hit the accelerator, weaving through Boswell to the foul line. That'll be on Chavis.
For Boswell, we talked about his defensive effort tonight, playing on both ends of the court. That quickness, the awareness, the vision, seeing his teammates recovered out on the perimeter, knew that he could drive in and find contact.
So Boswell for 2. 17 points for Bishop Boswell.
He's got offers from Georgia, Wake Forest, St. Bonaventure, among many others.
Boswell, 6'4" junior. And now the biggest lead of the game for Myers Park. Paul McNeil has 19 of Richmond's 30 points. Cole, head fake, draws his second defender, bounce pass to his open teammate Baldwin. Three-pointer sponsored by West Shore Home. Well, the approach by Richmond's offense has been much improved in this third quarter. The question is, can they make enough shots?
They needed that response.
Strong, called for a travel.
Okay, so you make a shot, now you get a turnover. This is where they've got to use some momentum here and string together some positive possessions.
Myers Park turned it over only 5 times the first half. A couple of times here, halfway through this opening quarter in the second half. So extra possessions here for the Raiders. Can they carve into a 10-point deficit? Chavis the take, and he got held. Second foul on Myers Park in the half. Non-shooting. Santana Lynch back on the floor replacing Boswell. Checks out for 17 points. Probably just to get a couple of extra seconds of rest. As Boswell also picks up his 4th foul. Out of the corner, Chavis for 3. Short, strong rebound by Elijah Strong. So Boswell on the bench with 4 fouls, and that's a reach, and that'll be number 3 on McNeil.
Quick passing, and now for Myers Park. That number 3 on McNeil, continue to attack him.
Lead of 10 for Myers Park. 3:49 left in the third. Talked it out, NC. Play of the game coming up in the 4th quarter of tonight's 4A championship. Start the conversation. Reduce underage drinking. And then Jay and I will have the player of the game, sponsored by myspot.nc.gov. Take control, update your COVID-19 protection. Yeah, there are a lot of college and NBA scouts in attendance tonight. Oklahoma Sooners represented right here on Media Row.
Porter Moser.
Yeah.
Well, the airport's going to be busy over at RDU. Everybody flying out that came to this ball game.
And let's talk now about the absence for the Mustangs offensively and defensively with Bishop Boswell, that man on your screen. 18 points, leading scorer, but now 4 fouls.
Well, he's been so impressive. His production, shooting the basketball, huge. But on defense, slowing down McNeil. He's been in the face all night. And with him over on the sideline, if you're Richmond, you've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
We have a shot clock issue here inside the Dean Dome. That's the play right now. The shot clock has gone 0. And there's also an issue about a number of fouls here in this 3rd quarter. I don't know if this has something to do with Bishop Boswell individually, if it's just a team foul issue, but that's the discussion right now. Steve Schwartz, who is refereeing his 3rd state championship game, is engaged in this conversation. So both teams have headed to the sideline.
Let me navigate. Let us navigate.
So the team book for Myers Park and Richmond have discrepancies with the official scorekeeper here, so that's the issue. We don't know what the issue is specifically, but they don't match, and that's a problem. So the issue is we're finding out that both team official books for Myers Park and Richmond have Boswell with 4 fouls, but the official book being kept at the scorers table has Boswell for 3. So this is a big deal. And now trying to sift through this, might be trying to find a diamond on a sandy beach.
Well, this needs to get sorted out. This is extremely important.
Now the 3 officials will huddle and try to figure out, well, what's correct here? Is it the official book? And the teams are ready to get back on the floor, but the officials are saying, we're not ready for you. You can read lips. We will let you know when to come out, is what Mario Price just told the 10 guys. Now, one would think, Jay, the official book is the official book. But again, when you have the 2 team books identical but different from the official book, maybe something was just missed. But what a big moment this would be for Myers Park if they send Boswell back out with only 3 fouls.
And I don't know how you kind of have this conversation and go back in time and kind of decide what is correct.
Well, I think what you would do is you probably go back to the play-by-play and see where the differences are with where a
Looks
foul
like
is
that's
assigned.
what they're doing.
Because I was talking with Stephen Schwartz and Mario Price coming out of halftime about the 3-point discrepancy that was added during intermission. And these officials, like Major League Baseball players, remember every call and the player on whom calls were made. So Mario Price was like, well, I had this happen at 14 seconds and they call it. So they very well may remember exactly where fouls were called and against whom. That might be how it's adjudicated here. So they're going back to the official book here.
It looks like we're getting closer to a decision.
Because the official book is held by the gentleman behind Steve Schwartz, the official in the middle, wearing the referee jersey. That's the official scorebook here.
We went back. We've got definite knowledge of the 4 fouls, the 2 individual fouls that were called.
Justin Saul's the official on the right side of the screen. He's kind of one of the louder voices in this conversation, so it might be a call that he made earlier in this quarter or earlier in the game.
If we're going to do that, we need to look back at the other personal fouls.
Just kind of over here, it looks like they may go back further in this game to see when the discrepancy happened.
We can hear their voices, and you hear them say going back.
Yeah. So I mean, this may go back into the second quarter, perhaps.
And you see each team on the sideline really no control in this situation. You just got to wait this out.
Now again, what they can do then is I would imagine that all of the books, because I've done this before, you would also write down the player who got the foul and the time when it happened. And so you could kind of march your way back and see when the mistake was made, and they're taking a look at the play-by-play sheet right there, spit out by the printer.
And really in this situation, Myers Park, 10-point lead. You're playing with great rhythm, and this is hurting them. They want to get back out on the court.
Bishop Oswald doesn't look stressed at all, does he? But it's a momentum killer here. This has now gone on for at least 5 minutes.
I agree.
And now you have the referee, Steve Schwartz, in his 3rd state championship refereeing assignment, kind of taking charge, but he's asking his 2 umpires. I mean, they want a consensus here. This is not going to be a 2-on-1 vote. They need to come to a unanimous decision on what to do, because then they're going to have to explain to both head coaches.
It looks like Scott Taylor.
Yeah, and here come the coaches.
Don Pettigrew can get a result.
And we are getting word that Boswell is going to be reduced from 4 fouls to 3, and this is not going to land well with Donald Pettigrew. Pettigrew, the coach on your left of Richmond. So that means that they are agreeing with the official book, not the team books. And Donald Pettigrew can't believe it. Can't believe it. So the decision's been made. And Donald Pettigrew, he's had it. And now he's trying to compose himself and get his team ready, because Boswell's still on the bench, though, but he has 3 fouls, not 4.
Well, he's going to try to use that as fuel for his team.
So the question is, did somebody else get the wrong foul or what? 3:49 left, 3rd quarter. We are finally ready to resume. And a challenge for the ball by Chavis, and he's called for the foul. And Donald Pettigrew waves that off immediately. So I'm still waiting for the live stats to update, because they still have Boswell with 4 fouls on the monitor. 10-point lead for Myers Park. Lynch hooks one to Strong, driving. Oh, what a finish. Kind of a no-look pass, slightly behind him from Lynch to Strong.
The special chemistry right there with that pass, and Strong knows how to roll to the hoop.
Cole out of the corner. McNeil. Foul. 3:11 left in the 3rd. McNeil will shoot a pair.
Well, this is time for McNeil to take over. I mean, he's got to make plays, put his team on his back, and what a game he's had. 19 points already, but they're gonna need 30 to 40 points from McNeil, and look at his effort there, flying in for the board.
And there's 19 of the 33 for Richmond. 5 of 8 from the line tonight. So one more from the NC 529 free throw line. I'll tell you what, the way this one's playing out, Donald Pettigrew may not come back in this building for another, 26 years. Back to a 10-point game. There's a steal by McNeil in the backcourt. The kick to Cole. They need this one badly. Offensive rebound by McNeil, and then he got fouled. Donald Pettigrew was going to lose his mind if a whistle was not blown there.
Yeah, the referee right in front of him as well. Let's see this ball up in the air. McNeil again comes down with it, and then there you see.
Yeah, I mean the whistle came in
Donald.
a bit late, but it did come.
You can see his leg kick out there,
Yep.
mannerism.
But Richmond only 4 of 18 from three-point territory. All right, Boswell's back in with 3 fouls. Good fake by McNeil. No whistle. Missed his shots, and McNeil wanted a whistle. Myers Park ball up 10. Muhammad double team chases him. Strong. Good spin move. Uses his left hand. And a foul going the other way. This is on Myers Park.
That was McNeil down low battling with White.
And White gets the foul.
I'll tell you, for all of the talents with McNeil, one area that's kind of unknown, you don't really see it, is his toughness. I mean, he'll get down there, bang with you, be physical. He likes contact, and he won that battle.
4 fouls apiece in what has been an eternal third quarter. Out of the corner, Davion Drake. Can't launch over Lynch, who's got some size on him. Cole. McNeil, you know he wants to take it. He does. Crashing the glass is Baldwin, but Strong rips it out of there. Here's Boswell. Strong. Tough finish. 15 now for Elijah Strong.
And the power of Myers Park taking over.
There's Chavis. Again, no whistle, a lot of contact. Chavis couldn't finish. Boswell wheels it back. Minute 40 to go in the third. Mustangs by 12. But a quiet third quarter from Muhammad. And a foul. That's an offensive foul on Myers Park.
Heck of a job, Zion Baldwin down low.
That's on Elijah Strong.
That's Baldwin.
Right into foul line.
Looking for position, yeah. He's holding his ground.
And now, I believe there's a little bit of blood on the lip of Bishop Boswell. So Mario Price, one of the umpires, noticed it. And Boswell now takes a seat again. And that's not a little bit of blood. There's a fair amount right there for Boswell. So I bet the training staff will gauze that up and try and stop the bleeding. Richmond ball down 12. Well, somebody else has to get in the offensive action here for Richmond. And that's a shot that Julian Cole probably feels he needed to finish. A couple of free throws for the junior.
Here's Cole. He can break you down. Nice crossover dribble to get into the paint, and they need to get him going.
I mean, he's a 17-point game scorer. He's 0 for 8 from the floor tonight and missed all 6 threes.
Well, when your outside shot isn't falling, you've got to find a way to get points. And you've got to drive in, try to get in closer, or get to the line.
And finally, the first point of the championship for Cole as they still are working on Boswell on the bench. 47-36 Mustangs. And we'll see if that gets Julian Cole started. Timeout taken by Myers Park. This might be more just to give Bishop Boswell a chance to have the blood stop so Scott Taylor can get it back on the court. 1:16 left in the third.
What an atmosphere.
Well, we saw this last week at Lee County, neutral site, Holly Springs in Richmond. I mean, the atmosphere there with, I don't know how many people were there, maybe 4,000, 4,500. There are many college atmospheres at the D1 level that would have been dwarfed by what we saw last week for Richmond and Holly Springs. It was that good. And the Richmond fans have traveled from Rockingham. Myers Park has traveled a ton of students are here from Charlotte. And this is just the perfect swan song for a day of 4 championships here in Chapel Hill.
And this is the best. I mean, as a player, these are the games you remember. You want to play on this stage and to have the fan support. College coaches here, but the alumni. I mean, everybody's come out for this ball game. Drake May, UNC quarterback that played at Myers Park on the football field and on the basketball court here. Scott Chadwick, former football coach from Myers Park here as well. Look up, Dre Bly is sitting here. Talked about the college coaches. Jeff Lebo from UNC courtside. I mean, this is a special opportunity.
I mean, what it also will do, it'll ease the transition for the guys who are going to be playing high-level D1 basketball. But they're unaccustomed to this, with history on the line for both of these programs. A lot of pressure in the backcourt by the Raiders. Reaching in, and Jamarian Wall just couldn't pry it loose. Strong in the lane, missed it. And tightrope in the end line. What a save by McNeil. Minute left in the third. Chavis, head down, throws back out front. Wild pass, White to steal. 2-on-1. A.J. White to the hole. Hammers down the dunk. Takes out a photographer and gets fouled. And that's our guy.
I mean, what a play here by White, the sophomore. Elevate. Let's go.
Knocked their cameraman onto his back like a turtle, but he's fine.
Heck of a job. Plays through the contact. You saw that footage there. There wasn't any shaking there. Solid placement of that shot. What a view with White.
Third foul on Cole. 3-point play by A.J. White. Goodness. 6'8" sophomore.
Yeah, we haven't talked about him a lot. 10 high major offers, SEC, ACC offers on him.
Back to a 13-point lead. 40 seconds left in the third. Cole just made a couple of free throws for his first points. Working hard here. And that's a nice finish by Cole.
Yeah, and they needed that one. They've got to keep this ball game within striking distance heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're an explosive offensive team. Held in check tonight by Myers Park. 20 seconds left in the reach. But if that's Cole, that's 4. But instead, it's going to go on Baldwin. .21 seconds left, non-shooting foul. Here's Strong. Defender went for a steal, missed it. Strong is an easy shot, floater in the lane. 10 seconds left, Mustangs by 13. McNeil driving ahead, takes a glance at the clock, spins, and he palmed the basketball. I think that little gaze to the clock threw off his rhythm. Carried it with his right hand.
See a little hesitation, right there. Looked up. You saw kind of twisted the ball.
There's time here for the Mustangs. Strong, couple of dribbles, fires at 3, rims it off. And that's the end of the third quarter. Myers Park led by 11 at the break. They're up 13 after 3, looking for their first ever state championship. 52-39, Myers Park. 8 minutes away from the title. Stats through third quarter, presented by the U.S. Army. Be all you can be in the U.S. Army. GoArmy.com for details.
Well, the biggest difference, Myers Park, 18 for 33 from the field. Everything else pretty even. They've been shooting the ball at a high clip. 55%
for Myers Park, 28% for Richmond. Braylon Brantley points the paint. 28-14 edge for Myers Park. Final 8 minutes. And many of the fans of an almost sold-out lower bowl here at the Dean Dome to their feet. And one last ovation for one last quarter. A first state championship for one of these schools. Myers Park in the green with a 13-point lead. Boswell hits Walters. Open look for three. Boswell kept the rebound alive. It goes into the backcourt, and it was deflected, so they will play on. Oh, and look at Donald Pettigrew. Hold in the backcourt by Javion Drake. He's screaming at the call. Donald Pettigrew thought that should have been an over and back violation. Third foul on Drake. By the way, during that changeover from third to fourth quarter, I did get further clarification from Steve Schwartz, the official, on that foul discrepancy. Said, in that case, we have to go by the official book, and they did not have enough time to go back and see if somebody else should have gotten a foul that was initially applied to Boswell by the team scores. Foul again on Richmond. They're piling up. This one on Wall. So he said, by rule, hands were tied. We had to go by the official book.
White for a big man, 6'8", still room to grow. He's got good quickness, the feet. Nice job rolling to the hoop.
One more coming from the Hardee's free throw line. Hardee's, the home of made-from-scratch biscuits and charbroiled 100% black Angus beef thick burgers.
How about
Feed your happy.
How about the job for Scott Taylor? This collection of talent, getting them to play together. They're all connected.
Two misses by White. Lynch tried to keep it alive, but it's in the hands of Richmond. Javarian Wall, I mean, he's capable of knocking down some outside shots, as is Javion Drake. They needed that. First points of the game for Drake. West Shore home three-pointer. 10-point game. Lynch kind of drifting ahead, feeds White. Layup off the right block.
Good play right there, just driving up, bringing up the defender, and then dishing it off. Lynch, so composed.
Is Drake still feeling it? Back to back. Raiders into single digits, down 9.
Now they need to stop here. They can score in a hurry, but they've got to get some turnovers.
Drake beating Boswell the hand. There's A.J. White. Goodness. Rim shaker. And now a turnover by Richmond. Forced by Boswell.
And this action all happening right in the student section. We'll see here. Handoff, Boswell. Drive, dish, boom. Elevation. Just look, the chemistry between those two, hanging on the rim, looking up in the student section. Then you get the turnover. The ball comes back to you.
And now you get a foul on Richmond. Number 4 on Baldwin. So again, the bleeding inside the lower lip of Bishop Boswell has been stanched. And Elijah Strong, what a big third quarter. 11 points in the third quarter for the 6'8" senior.
And he's been that presence in the paint where they dump the ball to him, and he's going to get a good shot. 7 for 12 on the game, making good decisions. Also, he's a good passer, too.
The Mustangs have missed all 3 free throws in this fourth quarter. $20-point game for Strong. 12-point deficit facing Richmond. Javion Drake's knocked down a couple of threes. Long, straight on McNeil. Off the top of the glass, Walters secures the board. Boswell going against Drake. Strong beat his defender. Lob to the rim! A.J. White, a thunderbolt. Biggest lead of the championship for the Mustangs. You want to talk about chemistry, how it happens for Myers Park. I mean, we're witness to it over the last couple of minutes.
Look at this pass. Boswell sets it up, breaks down the defense. Double team comes. Strong lays it up. Then the boom from White.
Drake gets the return pass. Shakes away from Boswell. 3 barely graze the rim. And McNeil and Strong battling for the board. There'll be a foul on Paul McNeil. And that is number 4 on McNeil. So the lug nuts on the wheels for the Richmond Raiders are getting loose. Not much time left for the Raiders. Down by 14 with 5:33 left in the fourth quarter. Fourteen-point lead for Myers Park. 5.5 minutes to go for potential history for the Mustangs. Now Pettigrew to lighten into his team because you don't have much more time to coach this team and get them back in this game. They are very, very close. The love from the coaching staff to the players, to the school, to the community. And you're coaching as hard as you can down the stretch to give your kids a chance to come back and win. Elijah Strong in the foul line for the Mustangs. Points now for Strong. Leads Myers Park in this championship game. So there is Scott Taylor, under 500 in his very first year. Made the 4th round in his 3rd year, and the 4th round again last year. They're trying to reach the zenith. A 16-point lead. And Taylor just walking with his hands in his pockets toward the end of the Myers Park bench. But those palms are sweating. Intercepted pass. Look out now. A.J. White rises. And it's an 18-point lead now for the Mustangs.
What a play. Jumping in the passing lane. Will hold on to that ball. McNeil was almost able to come back.
McNeil jumps it out. Another intercepted pass. This one by Boswell. And he's held by Davion Drake. Boswell didn't prefer that hard foul there by Drake. That's number 4. So McNeil 4, Drake 4, Baldwin 4, and Julian Cole has 3. Although the Myers Park fans are doing the nah, hey, hey, goodbye, but on the official stat sheet, that'd be number 4. Maybe they're just doing this for the game, potentially. That was swirled in by Boswell. I don't know, kids nowadays.
They haven't sat all night.
One more from the Hardee's free throw line. Feed, you're happy. 1-2 for Boswell. On a night like this against a loaded Myers Park team, Richmond does not handle the basketball as well as they need to and just have not shot well enough to get this one to the checkered flag.
Now a couple turnovers here. Richmond, you've got a big deficit right now, but you just got to stay composed still and try to take it possession by possession.
I mean, that's 3 turnovers in a row here for Richmond. A.J. White, patient. Boswell passes out the double team, and this is Santana Lynch, the sharpshooter. Rebound to Cole. 4.5 to go. Spiders will have to be quick but not rushed. That is out of bounds, whistle blown, foul on Myers Park. And that's on A.J. White. Richmond sub 30% against the Myers Park defense. Muhammad is back in, replacing Walters.
And that's really been the difference is Myers Park, 56% from the field. And it hasn't been as easy for the Raiders.
And really, for me, it's more about quality of shots.
Yeah.
I mean, the shots that Richmond has taken most of this game have been contested, blocked, rushed. Where Myers Park has just been kind of in the free flow of their offense. Whatever shot they've kind of drawn up the play to get, they've gotten most of the time. Timeout on the floor with 4:20 to go. 17-point Myers Park lead.
and the ball, movement from Myers Park, everyone's getting involved. I mean, Strong 20 points, Boswell 19, White 13, Mohammed 9. Everybody's really had their moments in this game.
And so let's get to the talk it out NC play of the game. Start the conversation, reduce underage drinking, and buckle up because A.J. White on the steal, the dunk, and almost takes out a very expensive camera.
Take off.
But kept getting the shots.
Amazing.
I mean, on your back against the backboard stanchion, kept getting the shots.
Good work.
Big league material right there. We got a future in this business, kid. 17-point lead for Myers Park. Full court pressure by Richmond. Broken now. It's a 2-on-1. And Myers Park doesn't need any more scoring here. Mohammed into the corner. Lynch. Over 4 minutes. Lynch, heart attack. Shot not there for Boswell. They're not forcing it. Mohammed finds a seam down the lane, spins it. Oh, that was good. They got a foul. And that was about a 35-second possession for Myers Park. They waited and got what they wanted. Defense parted. Mohammed went right down the lane.
Well, they know how to play with pace. And they can read the defense. They know when to attack, when to pull it out. And really the ball movement, the pick and roll, just Mohammed's ability to pick his spots. It's so tough to defend.
So Mohammed to the foul line, and departing is Paul McNeil. He is just fouled out for Richmond. 21 points, 6 rebounds. And McNeil will have one more year for Richmond. 64-47, Myers Park. And some consoling on the bench from the Raiders staff, McNeil's teammates. They wouldn't be here without him.
You see the emotion over on his face, how much it means to him. I mean, we've seen him 2 weeks in a row, and he's one of the best in the country, better than advertised, and what he does for this team is you can't put it in words.
Javion Drake is trying to create and draw some contact, which he does. 3:41 for the fourth. Strong commits the foul.
I like the effort from Drake. Continue to play, attack. Just go at the body of Strong.
Coach, it never stops. You can be up 20 or down 30. You're coaching for the game, you're coaching for consistency, and you're coaching for the future. Rebound by Strong. Battle into the sideline, and how about that save by Santana Lynch? Fired it down off the body of Javion Drake. It's going to be Myers Park basketball.
Look at this effort. We got a big lead and still going after the ball.
Nice, threw it right off his arm. And now we got a couple of players jousting a bit. And those are the two involved in that last play, Lynch and Drake. Fair play by Lynch. Just leaving it in the air, throwing the ball off the body. That's fine. Long down court pass. Gets through. A.J. White! Exclamation dunk. And what a heave on that pass. That was 75 feet to the center of the bullseye.
That was Mohammed.
18-point lead. And stepping to the sideline. Turnover, Raiders. .320 for the fourth. Both teams in the double bonus. Just a matter now how the Raiders want to play this one out. Boswell dumps it in, strong rolling. Again, basically anything that Myers Park has wanted, they've been able to set up the Raider defense and get it exactly right.
And they're so active, but they stay patient. Nice take.
Bucket by Wall, his first of the championship, and a timeout taken by Donald Pettigrew. 2:48 left, Jay. 68-50 Myers Park.
What a ball game, and excited to see these two teams compete. And I know we still have a couple minutes left here, but these teams, you can just tell an opportunity to potentially get back to this ball game next year as well, with the underclassmen in this game and the talent.
All right, let's check out our myspot.nc.gov player of the game. Bishop Boswell for Myers Park.
Well, on the offensive end, excellent. Leading the fast break, body control, the finish. What he's been able to do, provide energy from inside and outside. Huge for his team. But on the defensive end, just as good. He's done it all, two-way player, and really came out here with an edge tonight, playing physical, leading his team.
Stat line 19, 5, and 4, bloody lip. Foul discrepancy sent him onto the bench for a couple of minute break. But it has been a comprehensive effort by Myers Park here tonight. 3 in double figures. Strong has 22, Boswell 19, White 15. White's 15 to come in this fourth quarter. And most on dunks. A couple of timeouts left for Richmond. Trailing by 18. And Paul McNeil, star for the Raiders, is fouled out. Boswell sprints and then halts.
Scott Taylor giving the symbol for motion offense. Spreading the floor.
Boswell looking for a crease, finds it. Couldn't scoop it home. And it's out of bounds to Richmond. Some of the Raider fans are cleared out of the building. Mustang fans are going nowhere. It's 4 on 5 while Elijah Strong at the other end of the floor relaces his shoe. Now he will join his team.
Quick job there tying his shoe up. All right, the Myers Park fans there on the right side of the screen, they're ready to celebrate.
Lynch, the jump stop. First points for Santana Lynch. First field goal, I should say. 20-point lead. And Strong batted that one out of the air, but a foul. 1:44 to go. And Strong is fouled out. Normally you foul out of a championship game, you're crying, you're frowning. Not Elijah Strong. Because again, you go back to his freshman year when asked, did you ever think that Myers Park was going to win a state championship? He said, never in my dreams would this happen.
With Scott Taylor over there.
It is about to happen for Elijah Strong.
Yeah.
Bear hugs his coach. And Strong, 22 points, 7 rebounds, wrapping up his Myers Park career.
What a night.
Yeah. And you see just how much it means. These will be the most joyous 1 minute and 44 seconds he's ever spent on a bench. 70-52. Myers Park. Boswell. Out of the corner, Lynch. But Muhammad has ripped it away from Richmond. Jump ball call. Took it right out of the lap of Baldwin. Arrow belongs to Richmond. corner. This is Wall. Steps up, hits the mid-range. And a timeout taken by Richmond. Well, it has been an unbelievable year for the Richmond Raiders. McNeil, Drake, Cole, 3 of their 5 starters will return. They lose Chavis, they lose Baldwin. Javarian Wall off the bench as a junior. So a lot of the pieces will still be in Rockingham next year for the Richmond Raiders.
And they're going to have the motivation getting to this point. And then the feel of this loss, what it's going to do in the offseason. These guys coming back are going to come back with a vengeance next year.
And if they come back to the state championship game, that guy, Donald Pettigrew, is hoping they play at Reynolds Coliseum. I think he's had it with this building. Played twice for Richmond in the state title game, 96, lost to Dudley. Next year they came back here to the Dean Dome, lost to Independence in the title game, and now is the head coach for his alma mater, about to go down to Myers Park in this very same building.
And it's been a pleasure getting to know him and Scott Taylor, what they do for this team on the court, the leadership, but also off the court, how much they care for their kids. And it's evident by how they play, the support they've received from their fan bases. I mean, this is 2 true winning communities here to watch this game.
Myers Park facing some pressure. Easy steal there by Wall. Here's a 3. No good. 3-on-1. A.J. White wants a lob. Instead, it's Boswell. Kind of deciding in midair on how to finish. Inside a minute. Wall again. A.J. White still wants that lob. There it is. Off his fingertips. And again, you talk about the chemistry, the rapport, the love of all these guys. A couple of seniors in this program playing their last moments here from Myers Park as we take a look now at the NCDPS fast break.
Well, Boswell was looking for the alley-oop, but the defender was shying away, did not want the dunk, so Boswell took it all the way, and now the fans, they're going crazy, but as soon as the whistle's blown here.
He's going crazy, too.
Oh, yeah.
Elijah Strong. NCDPS be a champion.
Look at everybody on the baseline, kind of ready to hold back the crowd from coming onto the court.
Good luck. Last game of the night. First ever state championship. And again, it's kind of putting this in perspective, in the right framing. You're not talking one generation of Myers Park Mustang alums, family members, community. You're probably not talking 2 generations for Myers Park since they last played in this game. You're probably talking 3 generations. It's been 57 years since they played for a title. They never won one. 1966. You're talking about grandparents of these Myers Park players. So are they ready to explode with a celebration? So is Grandma.
In the ball game now, Myers Park, James Barber, the senior, and Scott Taylor talked about him, said he's the hardest worker in the program. What an opportunity for him to come out here.
And Camille Domingo, number 5, another senior from Myers Park. They will play out the final 30 seconds of a state championship. Clock stops with 26 seconds left. And look at the Raiders. Rush to their fallen teammate. He was knocked to his back on the foul. And the camaraderie never ends.
And they've had so much fun. We had them last week, and just to see how well they play together, but the fun they have off the court. We've just really been a joy to cover them.
26 seconds left. Strong now kind of shadow punching his head coach on the sideline for Myers Park. And a hug on the other sideline. Donald Pettigrew with Dakota Chavis, number 5, one of the departing seniors, leaving a legacy in Rockingham. Domingo the rebound. Myers Park basketball. Final 20 seconds and one more foul taken by Richmond. So for Myers Park, 0-2 in the state title game. 1961, beaten by New Hanover, the school that has the most state championships of any school in the state. And then 5 years later, 1966, beaten by Fayetteville. They have not reached the championship game since. And there's Zion Baldwin, departing senior for Richmond. A few more words of advice and encouragement and appreciation from Donald Pettigrew. Boswell, a junior, he'll be back. A.J. White, a sophomore, he'll be back. Sir Muhammad, a junior, he'll be back. Lynch off the bench, a junior, he'll return. They will lose Strong, they will lose Walters. And again, they've added a four-star guy every year for the last three. They'll probably add somebody else, right?
An opportunity to repeat. I mean, wow.
Last 20 seconds. Myers Park by 16. Cole hits a three. The final seconds will tick off. And for the first time in school history, Myers Park is going to win the state championship. 0.6 of a second remain. And one last foul. So they got to practice at the celebration there.
This is
Scott
just
Taylor
delaying
saying, hey,
it.
guys, sit down. It's not over. It's not over.
Look at the wall down on the baseline trying to protect.
I mean, half the wall is security. The other half are Myers Park fans and reporters taking selfies and videos of the mass humanity celebration.
See, now the strategy is if you're a student there, you try to sneak in by somebody taking the pictures there because they're not going to hold you up. You want to stay away and try to find them, find a crease.
And I guarantee the parents of those kids, the grandparents of those kids, they're about ready to dance in the streets of Charlotte as well. Because that's the connective tissue for Myers Park.
It'll be fun to see how they, maneuver their way down on the court to celebrate with the team. What a game.
So a couple of free throws here for Sam Walters, all it will take. Second point of the championship for the outgoing senior. And Bishop Boswell shaking hands with a couple of representatives here at the higher levels to our left. Free throw missed. Celebration starts. First ever state championship for Myers Park, satisfying multiple generations of waiting for Mustang fans. Myers Park 74, Richmond 60. They last played for a state title 57 years ago. And their first state title in Mustang history.
We were talking about the fans coming on the court. The players went to the students. What a victory. Each team, so much to be proud of for Myers Park. Tonight was their night, and the way to come out here and perform on offense, defense, and close out this ball game. Win the first.
There's Sir Muhammad, huge embrace with his head coach, Scott Taylor. Jason Halter is going to get in position out there to talk with Scott Taylor, head coach for Myers Park. 57% shooting as a team from the floor. Strong, 22 points. Boswell, 22 points. White with 15. And Myers Park, wire-to-wire state championship win tonight over the Richmond Raiders. Mustangs close 28-4. And there's Scott Taylor and Donald Pettigrew, the two head coaches, share a moment. They may meet again because a lot of these stars are returning for one more year, including that guy, Paul McNeil. Jason Halter is now with the head coach of Myers Park. State champs for the first time, Scott Taylor.
Coach, you did it. First state championship for Myers Park.
I didn't do it. Those kids and those kids did it. That's a heck of a crowd that shows up here. Myers Park's a different place. And that, again, that's not taking anything away from anywhere else, but you see what it means to have this many people in here. And our kids did that. That was not how we draw it up. That was not how we practice it. We're playing lineups that don't play a whole lot together, and they figured out a way. Gritty, gutty, not easy by any means. It didn't have a whole lot to do with us over there in the pants and shirts, but it has a whole lot to do with how tough those kids are.
This was a special environment tonight and a different atmosphere. And you were over on the sideline directing your team, but there was a calm presence, the pace at which you guys played with. And you picked your spots going on fast break opportunities, pulled it out. What can you say about your team's temperament?
Our guards really grew up. I think they started to understand about midway or a little bit later in the year that our offense is just as much of our defense as how we guard the ball, how we pressure it, whether we help or not. And Coach Jones does a heck of a job giving us a lot of different looks. We have a lot of different lineups. And so we can get ahead and we have people chasing. If we can put people in different spots and we're playing inside out, we can control that pace some. You take the ball out of the net, you can set a defense. It makes it hard to score on us.
Your leadership was evident. The way you bring all these guys together and how they play connected and play as one. I know this has been so much fun for you.
I'm not even sure if I can appreciate just the journey of how much goes into it, how much growth comes from it. I tell them all, and up until now it's been a loss at the end of the year somewhere. They teach me more than I teach them. And this group absolutely has taught me more about myself, being a dad, being a father, being a friend, and I'm grateful that I get a chance to do that with them.
This is a heck of a job by you, your team, and this fan base that supported tonight. You're a state champion. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that, man. I don't know if I can quite hear that yet. Thanks.
Well, he may not be able to really process it, but it is real. 74-60, Myers Park over Richmond. Their first ever state title coming back to Charlotte. We'll come back to wrap it up from the Dean Dome after this. For a men's basketball championship goes to Myers Park for the first time in school history. Here are your final stats presented by the United States Army. Be all you can be in the U.S. Army. GoArmy.com. And Jay, the difference is shooting.
Yeah, shooting. I mean, Myers Park efficient, 57% from the field. They took great shots tonight, and then they limited Richmond and really forced them into tough opportunities. And everybody got involved for Myers Park. Total team win. And each team, impressive years. Heartbreak for Richmond, but Myers Park, I mean, what a performance.
I mean, I'm just smiling here because to our right, Elijah Strong just rushed after getting his medal straight to his mom in the first row, bear hugged her for a good 30 seconds, would not let her go. She's in tears. He's back on the floor. As we take a look at the points in the paint, here's a look at what just happened a couple minutes ago. Yep. 31 on the back of her strong green t-shirt, and there he is holding the trophy for the state champion Myers Park Mustangs. Well, Jay, any more games?
Hey, let's run it back. Let's do another.
Midnight doubleheader. What a day in Chapel Hill, and congratulations to Myers Park. Well, all of us like to take a minute and thank all the great sponsors that allow these games to be presented to you. The North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, United Health Centers, NC 529, Hardee's, Talk It Out NC, Riddle and Brantley, West Shore Home, United States Army, NCDPS, and Ingalls Markets. All these sponsored partners through their contributions to the program make these championship games possible for everyone across the state. Well, that's a wrap. All four champions here in Chapel Hill have been crowned. Congratulations to them all. Myers Park 74-60 win over Richmond. For my partner Jay Sunhalter, our entire exhausted crew, Patrick Keenis from Chapel Hill, thanks for watching. Congratulations to the first-time state champion Myers Park Mustangs. Good night from Chapel Hill.
Ever since my boots first hit these streets, had to scratch and claw, made me hard to beat. They were real early mornings and late nights, had to put in the time just to get it right.